Hey guys, I know this internet is a piece of crap and a lot. I don't know how to fix it. It's right there. So there's nothing I can do about it. Um, I am sorry that I have not been on here in a while. I have been so busy and working, and that's all I'm doing. Hi, Lady Blondel. Literally, that's all I've been doing. Um, Nothing else. I work and I sleep when I can, and I eat sometimes. So um, I tell you, this virus has the nursing community really on our toes. But anyway, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm doing what I was called to do. So um, I don't have as much time to come on here and talk to y'all like I really enjoy doing, and I'm so sorry. um, Y'all can still email me, and so when I come on here, I'll have stuff to talk about, or if you have questions or anything like that, um, you just have to let me know. So, hey, Lady Blonde Wolf, what are you? I know what you're up to. I just talked to you. Yeah, what day? What day is Halloween on? I ain't even y'all. I That's what me and Lady Blind Wolf were talking about. Halloween is, of course, my favorite time of year, and I don't think I'm going to get to do anything, and that really depresses me. So, let me look. But yeah, it's been crazy, y'all, in my world anyway. Let's talk about the Great Riot. Charlie Brown. I love that show. I do. I like that show. That was cute. The Great Riot. Let me see. How do I do this? You know what day Halloween's on? Before I screw up my phone trying to find it here. I thought I could just push it. Oh, there it is. It's on a Sunday night. Seriously? Damn. No. I wonder if anybody's ever. I found it. I wonder if anybody's ever requested Halloween off. Leave it to me, huh? I mean, they, request birthdays off and Christmas and Thanksgiving, but I'll be requesting Halloween off. I don't know. You can always try or do your ritual on your night off. Yeah, I know, but I feel really weird doing that. I know we can do it, but it's just, I don't know. And actually, that's also, as y'all know, the witch's New Year, November 1st. If I find a spider on my front porch, does that make me. Shut up, Aiden. Probably not, dear, in case you really need an answer to that. I miss you guys. I'll tell y'all, uh, like this, I just got off of I think I worked 14 hours this time. Day of the Dead. Yep. Yep. And I'll tell y'all, as I do probably every year, that this is the perfect time to do your ancestral magic if you want to do that. Um, speak to your ancestors and um, anything in the spirit realm. You can astral travel easier because that wall or curtain or film between us and them is extremely thin, whatever you want to call it. I now told the Dora about Discord. The Dora. That's cute, Lady Blow. About Discord, trying to get her to download it on her computer. I'm going to. I told you I would. I just have not had the time, and I just haven't messed with it, to be honest. Seriously. I haven't done much of anything but try to sleep and eat sometimes. And in fact, I was sitting here thinking before I started talking to you, Lady Blomwolf, I don't think I've eaten since yesterday morning. I was sitting here trying to think. I don't remember. Yeah, you saw I've been making a lot of oils, doing research into road opener oil. Yeah. Yeah, I have my recipe if you want it. Or you can see what I use and what I put in it, and then you can substitute whatever you want. That's another thing I left behind. Can y'all believe that? But I just simply ran out of a room. I didn't even have any room in my car. And I thought, and I hated to leave my jars, worst of all, because, it's kind of hard to find these big jars like we put our moon water and stuff in. So all of my oils were left there, every one of them, all 30 of them. Jesse, hush. So I'm gonna have to. I needed to make new ones anyway, and that's the thought that was in my head. Actually, it's like, well, I don't have room for them, and I needed to make some new ones anyway. So that kept me from being that depressed about it. I was like, no, don't make me leave my stuff, my witchy stuff. And I think I left one of my witches behind. I told them to get her, and I don't think they did because I don't find her. I find Lagatha, which is the taller witch, but I haven't found Lisette. She's the smaller one. She's only like 4.5 foot, and Lagatha's 5 foot. That really depressed me. I left my little witch behind. Not on purpose, by no means. Well, I've got mugwort, I've got star anise, I've got ginger, I've got lemongrass, I've got wormwood, oregano, basil. What the hell? Oh, that's all the ones you have. I was sitting there thinking, surely you're not going to put all them in there. I don't know. I have my book right in here on top of my dresser in my room. I'll go look and see what I have in mine. Yeah, I'll just go get it. No, I don't. This ain't what I was looking for. This ain't what I was looking for. I'm telling y'all, my stuff is so unorganized right now, and it makes me a nervous wreck. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. Crap. And my book of shadows is out there in storage, still in my desk. Crap, I can't help you right now, dear. it's really dark out there. Crap. Oh well. Um, I know one thing for sure that's in mine, and it's Crossroads dirt. Um, of course, I'll put that in there for Hecate. Um, I think you would be upset with my love, well, because it had a lot of stuff in it. Oh, love oil. Why would I be upset? It's your love oil. I don't care. I think less is, more, but you do whatever you want. It's your oil. See, like my level, if I ever make it, and I don't honestly do that kind of magic because my belief system, not saying it's wrong for everybody else, everybody don't freak out on me. Um, I don't, that's one thing I won't dabble in. I'm going to make someone love someone else or, um, to me that's could be creating a monster. um, it'd be kind of like, have y'all, what's the name of that Stephen King show where, Pet Cemetery? Yeah, where that when a man's little boy gets killed and they go and dig him up from the graveyard to resurrect him and blah, blah, blah. Well, he's not the same. In fact, he's a pretty hideous little monster. To me, that's what casting a love thing on somebody will do. They're loving you against their will, and something is, there's got to be something that ain't all right about that. I mean, to each their own. I'm not saying it's wrong to do. It's just something that I don't mess with. I think that should be one thing that happens naturally. If it doesn't, it wasn't supposed to, I don't know. Not very many things do I have a stipulation on, and that's one of them. I just don't do love magic. Like between, two people like that in love. I believe in healing relationships, between sisters or brother and sister or brothers or parents and kids. I believe in that, but I did make it on crossing powder. Don't you use your crossing powder for I went blank, for like curses or hexes? Is that not what you use the crossing powder for? Didn't get dirt, but I got grass. The problem with the grass, though, Lady Blonde Wolf, is you're going to have to keep an eye on that oil. I know mine is more of a healing and self-love. Yeah. Okay. Well, you strain your oils, don't you? Because, I mean, you don't want to leave that grass in there for very long. It'll mold and it'll ruin your whole jar of oil. I wouldn't leave it in there longer than 3 weeks, and then I'd strain it. Some witches leave their herbs in there, which is fine. Except you just got to keeping a really good eye on it, because there will be mold spores set up. Well, I'll tell you what, as I said, I call them prayers. You can call them whatever you want whenever you send up and ask gods or goddesses for something. I'll just say prayer. It's a lot easier for me just to say that. She sure put me on a path, I tell you. No, uncross. Okay. Crossing pattern. Yeah, I just did the. Okay. But she sure put me on a certain path, and I'm not sure where this one's going. I know it's a lot of hard work right now, but as I've told y'all, it's not all about poof, making an oil or a powder or whatever and saying a bunch of words and putting it in your cauldron. It's about doing the work that goes in with it. And then the gods and goddesses will help you. Nothing is ever handed to you. You may get little treats here and there, unexpected things, in your life that are excellent and come at a very good time. But yeah, a lot of it you have to do the work, and they're helping you along. So this is what I'm counting on right now, y'all, because I'm so tired. I really am. I'm getting tired. I'm cranky most days, and it's just hard work what I do anyway, much less when you go in and you're already tired. And I mean, literally, y'all, I have 87 hours in a week of, let's see, 6 days. I just want to win the lotto. That's what I want. Yeah, me too, Aiden. So does probably everybody else. But if I've thought about that, if you had all the money that you could, you need, what would you do? I've thought about that. I mean, what would you have to strive for? Most people have to work so we can go here, eat, or have a roof over our heads. And I mean, I guess that question got asked to me one time, and I was like, I don't know, but I'd like to have it all to try and see what I do. Yeah. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd find something. Take me a bunch of downers and fly to Greece. At least if we did crash in the ocean, I'd drown before, the sleeping stuff wore off. Sound like Mr. T, don't I? Remember? The A-Team, they had to knock him out or dope him up so he could fly. Me. I did put vitamin E in it though. Okay. But I didn't have a choice because there's nowhere I could get dirt. I can only get. Yeah, that's fine. Adapt and adjust, improvise. Just keep an eye on that grass. I wouldn't leave it in there for too long. Yeah, I'm really lost without my witchy stuff around me. I really am, y'all. I have my cauldron down here with some of my altar stuff on it, but my candles aren't in here. I have one of the candles I made sitting here burning. But I don't know. And I may not even be able to get my own house, y'all, till move to Florida. Yeah. I've actually thought about that because I have my best friend all these years. I mean, since she was a grade above me, so we became best friends when I was a junior in high school. She was a senior, and all these years we've been, best friends. And she lived in Florida, and I thought, man, I'm just gonna move down there. To now, I just didn't happen. Now she's picked up and moved to Georgia. Like, woman. Huh. But I think the next move I make into a house, I really don't want to be stuck here in this town where I'm at. I mean, it's all right. I've lived here forever, it seems, but um, there's nothing here. By the time they took out taxes, that would take a big old chunk. Yeah, well, here in Oklahoma, we have state tax. Texas don't, but Oklahoma does. So you not only have your federal, you've got state being taken out. Also did a death will and a reversing will. Well, you've been busy, unlike me. I mean, I've been busy, just not in the craft. I often thought, though, I don't know what better way to prove that a witch is a good thing when a lot of us work in healthcare, either nurses or even doctors or, nurses' aides, med aides. You'd be surprised how many witches are in healthcare because it's helping people. And that's what we enjoy, you know, until you piss us off. And passion powder, yeah. Yeah, my aunt really loves that honeysuckle one. Oh, my candle, good. That was just so crazy because I had that sitting on my altar to use with that road opener. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the one thing that, well, but your goddess isn't Hecate, so um, I also put the crossroads, dirt and stuff because it's for her. A lot of times it doesn't even really resonate with the oil. I just put it in there as because everything that I do, I set on my altar and ask her to do what she can with it, to increase its energy. And so to me, that's whenever I have the crossroads oil in there, to me, it's putting something in there for her. You did the CNA thing. Yeah, I knew you had told me that. Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard mentally. It's hard on physically. Um, I just didn't realize how. I don't know if it's just age catching up with me or because I haven't really done any lifting or anything like that in a lot of years. I usually just, pass the meds, do the medications, and oh my gosh. I mean, y'all, it takes by the time I get home some mornings, I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. I mean, and my cat, Jessie, ever since we left up in Elk City, he just roams around crying. And I'm seriously wondering if he's missing my ex. I still have a little bit of that graveyard dirt. Oh, that's right. I forgot I sent you some of that. You gave me, and I kept it in a little bag because I have a pendulum that I use with my. I have a pendulum that I use with my pendulum board. Oh, and I use graveyard dirt to charge it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, graveyard dirt is one of those things you can use. There's a lot of things out there that you can use for per se good or per se bad. I mean, positive or negative magic. Um, and graveyard dirt's one of them. A lot of people think graveyard dirt. Ooh, are you doing a hex on somebody? No, I might be doing a spell for change, for reformation. It doesn't have to be that you're wishing death on somebody just because you use graveyard dirt. In fact, that's very rarely the case. He misses the spirits, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Can you hear him? Jesse, hush your face. He roams around here, and honestly, I mean, he's fixed, and he sounds like a Tom in Heat. The growl he makes, how they get the low growl and the meow, and I don't know what his damn problem is, but he drives me crazy, especially when I'm trying to sleep. It's like, shut up. Yeah, and I don't think he came with me. I don't feel him. I miss them too. Whoever rents or buys that house, I'm sure they're not going to rent it again, they said. So whoever buys it's got something in store for them. Yeah, I used a little bit in that death oil. I got the recipe from Lady Gravedancer. Oh, of the graveyard dirt? Yeah. Yeah, Lady Gravedancer uses it a lot too. And she's one of those witches that use, a lot of bones and stuff like that. Like from animals. She's the type that can go, if she sees roadkill, she can stop and pick it up. I couldn't do that. I'm just one of those that couldn't do it. Now, if I found the bone and could tell what it was and what have you, and it was already cleaned up and all that, I could do it. But I couldn't pick up a animal that had been ran over or whatever off the highway. But her tops of magics has a lot to do with that sort of thing, and um, I can't do it. Yeah, those few nights that I saw that stuff. Oh, I know, and I miss it. That's okay. When I get my next house, I'll conjure them up. I'll have some. I'll have company. And y'all know what's weird, and I don't know how I feel about this, but I think I really am turning into the per se old crone. Your stereotypical old crone. The ones that live by themselves with just their cats, and yeah, I seriously think that's happening to me, and I'm fine with it. I thought about that the other night at work. I was like, in a way, it kind of sucks that I don't have anyone to go home to. or make breakfast for anymore or eat dinner with. But on the other hand, my life's a lot more peaceful, you know. I don't have to worry about the cheating and the lying and, the bullshit that goes along with a relationship. I'm just getting too old to put up with that nonsense. I have the ethers I can play in. So, I mean, I don't know. On one hand, it would be nice to at least have someone that when I talk to them, they can actually answer me back, unlike my cats. But, I mean, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And it's not like I go looking. Trust that. Oh, yeah, there's bones in the death oil. All right. Yeah. Yeah, if you're specifically stating death oil, but death oil doesn't have to mean the death of a human being. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It could be the death of a relationship. It could be the death of jealousy, anything that dies out. It doesn't, just like the death card when you draw it in the tarot. It doesn't mean that you're going to die. A lot of people will freak out and go, "Oh, I'm going to die. I got the death card." No, not what that means. It's the death of something. Now, it could mean there's going to be a death, a physical death, but it could also mean the death of a habit, a bad habit, a relationship, and so on. Anything that dies out, it doesn't necessarily mean a physical death. But anyway, yeah. I don't think I have any oils of bones that I made with bones. Now I do. I had a kind of bone did I keep on my altar for a little while. I can't remember, y'all. Sorry. But I did have a bone that I found that I kept on my altar right next to it was a dead snake. Um, but it was already dried out and all that. And when you looked at it, it just looked like the skin, you know. But I had that on there too for her. I don't know if I brought it with me or not. I made it for death to a situation. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Most witches, when they make their death oil, it's not because they're out to kill people. It's to deal with situations or habits or relationships. Death doesn't always mean the physical death. That's what I was saying. There's a few girls where I work that have found out that I'm a witch. I kind of let it slip. So I'm really hoping that there's not any like major repercussions. But if there is, it would not be wise for them to do that. As long as I'm doing my job, my religious or my life path is none of their business. You know? But yeah, y'all, I've been working a whole lot. And and this is what I was thinking of one night, there, because it's the middle of the night and I'll go out and I'll smoke, and we have this courtyard that we go sit in, and it's really nice and pretty out there. And I got to thinking, I'm a witch. I'm always thinking like a witch. It doesn't matter where I'm at or what I'm doing. Um, and um, I don't know how to put it to y'all, because sometimes I go in pretty depth thought. I mean, like deep thought. Like I'll start out with one thing, before I know it, I'm really deep down in there. But I've always said, especially to the newer witches when I first started this channel, and it was kind of like a teaching thing. I always said that you don't have to have any tools, physical tools, your wands, your crystal balls, cauldrons. We love that stuff. Yes, we do very much. But it's not necessary. Yeah, when you're doing a spell, the magic comes from here and here, right here. So, when I was beating myself up because I didn't keep my stuff here in my room like I wanted to, I had to remind myself of that. It's like, Adara, you're sitting out here looking at magic right now. Look at the stars, look at the moon, look at this grass growing, the smells. I can hear coyotes howling in the background. I mean, just all the senses. You have everything right here you need. If you stop and look at it and listen, you can wield anything. And the finger wand, your finger or your hand is your wand. I know we enjoy having that stuff. That is just us. The more the better as far as we're concerned. But so I sat right there that night and talked to my goddess and put a little spell out there. Just said some words, and I'm very curious to see how that, I know it'll happen. Um, but I do miss the lighting my candles and seeing my altar set up and lit up so pretty. And I'll be able to do that again one day. It's just everything takes work. Nothing is ever given to us, not even as witches. When we succeed, it's because we did the work. The gods and goddesses just don't come down and hand stuff to you. They may every once in a while, but it's really pretty much of clearing paths for you that your eyes have to be open to see, and you have to know to take. So, and nowadays it's even more important to remember that because of the pandemic and everybody, not having the kind of money they're used to having, and some people are even homeless because of it. And I know it's really hard to keep the spirits up, but you just have to, you just have to. But of course, in my line of business, they're always going to need nurses. So I don't think I'm in any fear of losing my job. But, on the other hand, I'm also right there on the front lines to where I'm right in the middle of, and, even though I was so against getting the vaccine because I just don't like, it's not anything political. It's the fact my body reacts different to things than most. It does not like anything foreign in it, man-made or not. It tells me that there's something in there that should not be there. And I got the first, the vaccine, the first shot, and sure enough, I was sick. That beginning that night and all the next day. And I got to get my other one on the 6th of October. So I'm probably going to miss another day of work because of it. But since they're making us get it, I really didn't have a choice. The choice was made for me. It's either get the shot or lose my job, which a lot of people will say, well, that's not right. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do because I'm in healthcare. And it's not just me, I'm around all these, geriatric people, and their immune systems aren't as, you know, well for battle, so I can see the ADA or AMA's reasoning for that, you know. So I just did it. And I got sick. But and everybody gets sick, you know. I don't know. But I know and there's that part where it was injected, that was almost a month ago. It is still, if I push, it's still sore. Right in that one tiny little spot. And it's a little needle, guys. It's like an insulin needle. 22, 24 gauge. I just can't believe how that little bitty tiny needle frogged my arm. But it is what it is. I don't know. But anyway, yes. So Aiden, are you still here? He usually just sits there and listens. He's probably at work. But yeah. What I've honestly been thinking is I need to get some other stuff out of the way. Like I need to get some dental work done, and just stuff that when you live by yourself and you're paying all the bills and stuff that it's hard to save up for, to do. I've been thinking about that, but if I do that, that's going to put me getting in a house, further away. And what I don't want is to have to move during wintertime. So I've been pressing really hard to have one by, at least the middle of December. And I don't think that's going to happen. And if not, then I'll just have to wait until springtime, and then I'll have to deal with rain. And I guarantee you it won't rain any other time of the year except on the days I'm moving. I'm at work. Only thing I'm happy about is I got to buy myself some Bath and Body Works candles. Besides that, I have a sinus. Oh, sinus infections suck. Bath and Body Work candles, huh? Cool. Even if you get vaccinated, it's still federal law that you have to wear a mask when you take the bath. Yeah, I've heard that. We still have to wear masks. My cats are good, and I have just been tired, and I might get a second job just so I'm not so stressed out about money. Oh, Aiden, then you'll just be stressed out because you've got 2 jobs. I'm telling you, I mean, yeah, everybody should be working, but if they can in this day and age, but or this day and time, should I say. Um, everything else is just so expensive. They'll raise wages, and then so everybody can breathe, and then everything else goes up. So it really doesn't help. You know, you're just doing like this. Never like this. It's like I could not believe when I moved back here what they want for houses in this town. It's ridiculous, y'all. And I'm talking, some of them are dumps as far as I consider a dump. And they want $900 a month for it. There's one that's $900 a month for a 1 bedroom. Insanity. Especially in a time where people, you know, if they are working, they're recovering, they've got all kinds of things to catch up on, and then people taking advantage of it. Well, I'll just raise the rent because everybody's getting these stimulus checks and everybody's going to get back pay and yada, yada, yada. I'm going to get my share. Nobody ever thinks about helping the fellow man. They're just clawing, trying to climb their way up the ladder. Don't matter who they step on. I don't get it. But some of these houses, they're damn sure not worth what they want in rent. Just people trying to get rich off poor people. And, they know that people don't have money right now. So I guess their houses can just sit there and rot. I'd rather rent mine for a little cheaper and at least be getting some sort of money out of it. At least enough to, if you still want a mortgage on it, at least enough to pay the mortgage. I don't know. Too bad I don't run this world, huh? Thing is, it really could, people make it a lot harder than it has to be. It really could be way more simple if people weren't so damn stingy and selfish. I'm telling you. I'm glad your cats are good, Aiden. Lexi's fine. As long as I'm around, Lexi's okay. But Jesse, he's just weirding out on me. I think I'm going to have to put him in a cage on a bus and send him back to Dan. But when I was, leaving, Dan went and, well, the kitten that I had showed y'all, I gave to him because I just couldn't take 3 with me. That broke my heart. I couldn't take Thor with me. And then he went and got another little one, Xena. So he's got 2 pretty much still kittens right now. Just imagine how young people feel when they get kicked out and told to figure it out. Yeah. I know. I mean, I didn't ever get kicked out, but I was ready to go. I couldn't wait to get out on my own, no matter what the deal was. I was ready to face it because I just was. My rent takes a third of my paychecks. Yep. And I mean, where I'm staying with my friend, there's really no hurry for me to get out. I'm not being pushed to leave by no means. Um, I could stay here forever if I wanted to. But, you know, I think me and especially most women like to have their own home. You know, um, I want to decorate the way, um, you know how it is. Yeah, and rent is and they use the excuse that this is a college town, and it is. We have a university here, um, and these kids. Well, their parents are paying it. They're going to school. Some of them do work, but most of the time their parents are paying for it, and they know they're going to get their money pretty much. the ones that don't live on campus in the dorms, which I think most of those are only freshmen. Some still live in the dorms just because it's cheaper. But what they've done around here is they'll have these big, beautiful houses. Some of them are even 2 stories, and they'll turn them into, they know they'll charge, just per se $3,000 a month rent, and they know if it's 5 bedroom that it's going to get paid because you're going to have 5 different people in there splitting that rent money. You know, they may all be, from the college. I mean, I don't know. That moratorium to stop evictions is done and over with the 1st of October, so evictions are going to be going through left and right. Yeah, maybe so. Um, but once again, um, money's still extremely tight in most places and with most people. So if they want to cut their noses off to spite their faces, that's fine with me. Um, Now I understand they don't want somebody living there for 2 and 3 months all the time, rent free, but at least the people that live there will still know that they owe that. And if you toss them out, you're probably not going to get your money for sure, 100%, because they're going to be too busy trying to figure out using their money to get another place. When if you don't kick them out, and they at least tell them they may give you some kind of money. I don't know. Sometimes common sense, is all you need. I don't know. But I do know us witches need to turn to our craft more so than ever nowadays. Not necessarily to do your spells, but stand strong in your faith, stand strong in your belief and in yourself. Um, because it, could get really rocky. Remember everything you've learned, that we've learned it for a reason. Well, this is the college area, but now it's gotten so bad they're hiring Chicago police. I don't want to work in Chicago to come here and handle. Yeah, yeah. My brother was a police officer in Chicago, and I was never in my life so glad to hear anything than when he left it. I worried every day for him. But this world's gone crazy, witches, and it's up to us. It falls to us to heal her. This is our jobs. It's not just about making the oils and casting the spells and doing, YouTube videos and crafts. This is when we are called to duty. Yes. We are the keepers and protectors. And what a heavy, glorious title that is, huh? Well, then jobs downstairs definitely needed to get evicted, and I was so glad. Yeah, 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 me too. Because I was worried about you and the girls. They tore up that downstairs so bad we can't even go down there to do laundry. Busted all the windows. When I looked in there, they were taking down all the cabinetry and everything in there. See, to me, those are just useless humans. Extremely useless. There ain't no sense in all that. But Guarantee you it was the dope. That shit'll make you do things you'd never do in a regular mind. And just like, my son, I'm honestly, and I'm so sorry, but I'm just done. I'm done. I put in a lot of years trying to get him clean and going through the prison system with him, and just like I preach to everybody else, your life is up to you. What you make of it is your own damn issue. Um, you can't blame your shit on anybody else. Um, you know what's wrong, fix it. At least do your very best to do so. Make your life better. Um, and it was just really hard for me to do that because he is, of course, my own child, and uh, I want to see him succeed and do good, and he's just not responding correctly. I'll put it that way, and I'm really done. Overpopulated, it's ridiculous. But a lot of them are leaving Chicago. Yeah, that's what you'd said before. And every green space in this town, it seems like they're putting up on it. Oh, I know. And see, most people don't look at it like we do. When I drive down the highway and I see a perfectly beautiful green spot with trees, and I see them tearing down the trees and laying cement for another apartment complex or whatever, it makes me literally ill. It makes me sick to my stomach. And somebody else might be driving down the road and not even thinking the same way as me. I'm sure they don't. They'll be going, all right, I bet that's going to be nice. No, it's not going to be nice. Y'all keep tearing down our greenery. We're not going to be able to breathe. Y'all know how I get when it comes to that shit. I think we ought to have a birthing freeze. I think so. For 15 years, nobody can have children. Woo! Just kidding. But it's kind of a good idea, isn't it? But have y'all noticed? Now, I'm telling y'all, the world and the gods and goddesses have their own ways of having population control. I believe. Because think about it. When the world is getting too full, like it is now, look at all the natural disasters that just randomly start occurring, and how many thousands and thousands of people are taken out. I mean, y'all have to understand this world's been turning for a very, very long time, and it's used to healing itself. It'll only take so much until it puts its foot down and says, nope, no more. Come on, Comet. We're going to start all over again. I don't know. Because even as powerful as we are as witches, you have to understand and know that there are things out there we cannot even comprehend. We're just puny humans with a little bit of magic in us compared to the masses. It's really interesting to think about, isn't it? And you can also if you think too hard on it, you'll start feeling extremely vulnerable and small. Or that's what I do. I mean, when you think about, we're just a speck. We're just a tiny, tiny little speck in the spectrum of things. We're insignificant, people. We can be done without. And the way we treat this earth, we definitely can be done without. We're not needed. Think about it. It's a gift that we're even here. And we're kind of like rude house guests, you know. You don't want somebody coming in your home that you've invited to stay there and given everything in the world to. You don't want them tearing your house up, do you? That's what mankind is doing to this earth. Yeah. Destroying it. Everywhere you look. Every single place you look nowadays, something's destroyed by man. Yeah. When they were talking about colonizing Mars, I had to laugh about it. I had to say, oh, you destroyed one planet, so now you're going to move on to the next and destroy it, huh? No wonder, you know, we have 9 of them. Because it was already for to be destroyed. Everything depleted, our natural resources being depleted, and because people just are not smart. We're not as smart as we think we are. And the people running this planet really aren't as smart as they think they are. That should be the first priority, is take care of her. I mean, you don't think about remodeling your living room when your house is falling down, do you? Just saying. Your living room's going to be sitting there, but there ain't going to be no walls around it. I don't know. Y'all know how I am about that. So I got on that. Oh my. That's why, and there's honestly a lot of conspiracy theorists, and I may get tagged for this, but excuse me, freedom of speech, people, you're infringing on my rights. I was just saying that to the ethers that are listening. Yeah. This pandemic could have been just another way to population control. There's a lot of theories about how it began. There's some I believe, some, I don't put anything past mankind. I just don't. They're sneaky, conniving individuals. And you never know what is on the agenda. Truly on the agenda. And I'm telling you, they don't tell you everything. So we're just pawns, is how I feel. But anyway. Yeah, I get this one night off and then I go back and I have to work. Oh man, y'all don't even want to know my schedule. It'll make you tired just looking at it. And you know what scares me is that I'm no spring chicken anymore. I have a lot of different health issues and just being on my feet like that all the time. You know, I mean, thankfully, I'm on a shift that I can sit down whenever I get to hurting so bad that I can't stand it, you know. Um, and nobody really says anything to me, you know. And there's days I don't get all my stuff done. Um, like yesterday morning, I stayed over until I finished my work. Um, because I don't like leaving stuff undone, but sometimes it's just not possible to get everything done. And but I try really hard, and I feel bad because, well, like I said, I'm just not um, as good, should I say, as I used to be. As good a nurse. I'm gonna have to go pain management, I think, because now I've got this new affliction that's in my neck. So, and I mean, there's days I can't even move my neck. So I don't know what's going on. And I mean, and like I said, I'm not young anymore. You know, things are going to happen. And um, I think the first thing I'm going to do when I get my new place, or if I can find time or sneak time around here to, I'm just going to do like a new, renew my protection spell on me and do a healing on myself. Um, now the things that I have cannot be healed. I know that, but they can be alleviated, you know, to where it doesn't affect me when I'm trying to work. And you know, getting older, that's just one of the things that are going to happen, and that I have to deal with. But I've had people say, "Well, why don't you just find a different profession? You know, go do something different." Like what? Walmart uh, called me actually one time and asked me to come to work, and that's really no different. You know, I would literally be just standing in one spot on my feet for hours at a time at the checkout, at the register, you know. And those of y'all that know me know I'm kind of a no nonsense gal. I don't play well with others most of the time, especially smart asses. So, I mean, y'all can just see me being at the checkout line in Walmart. I'd probably get fired the first day. Because about the first time one of them people got in my face about something, I'd be right back at them. And I would not be able to stop myself. So, yeah, that was kind of out of the question. At least in nursing and in geriatrics, I know that those people don't mean to be the way they are. They just are. They have issues, you know, they have conditions and diseases that make them this way, and they really need me, and it's not their fault. A perfectly fine human being that's able to go to the grocery store is able to watch what comes out of their mouth. You know what I mean? It's like, if you can't be polite and nice in my line, get the hell off my line. Go in another line. It'd be like kindergarten, me regulating my line. Can y'all just see it? I can. No, I can't. I can, and that's why I'm not there. It's like, really, how old are you? And you just stepped in line in front of that poor little old lady, just cut in front of her. Now you can go to the back of the line. Oh, y'all know y'all can see me doing that. I almost spit my pop out. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I need to be. Walmart. Do y'all need to watch that show Fluffy Talks? It's here on YouTube. I can't believe I've never mentioned it to y'all before. It is funny. I mean, he goes through and just analyzes things and looks at things, and people send him stuff like texts and pictures of people. Walmart's his favorite thing to do. You on break now, sweetie? But he's got some really neat stuff. Or he'll go through. He'll have one titled "The Worst Tattoos Ever." I mean, he's really funny. Y'all need to watch him. And all you have to do is look up Fluffy Talks. He's really funny. I love him to death. So there you go, Fluffy. There's you. There's you an advertisement. But yeah, I thought I'd come on here and um, visit with y'all, and haven't got to do that in a while. I do have my tarot handy. Of course, you leave it to me. I have it right there in my purse. Does any other witches carry their tarot in their purse? I would love for you to be the cashier when a girl comes in and you when ovulation protector and ask you if it's accurate concerning. Yeah, because a girl is too dumb to know that ovulation predictors don't tell you whether or not you're pregnant. I probably would just be speechless, Lady Blonde Wolf. I don't know that I'd say anything to her. I'd probably look at her and say, I go on break in 5 minutes. Go to the back of the line, please. I'm gonna just I'm just gonna send everybody to the back of the line. That way I don't have to check nobody out. Oh, I crack myself up. Yeah, that way I don't have to check nobody. I'll just say, okay, your beard looks funny. Back of the line, please. Excuse me, ma'am, but your shirt is not buttoned up enough. I see your cleavage. Back of the line, please. Or to the next one. Your ass is hanging out of them shorts. Back of the line, please. Oh my. I'm sorry. That felt good to laugh like that though. Where am I at? I got tears in my eyeballs. I can't see the text. Back of the line. My favorite scent is leaves. Leaves from Bath and Body Works. I'm hoping to start making my own candles to save money. Make the recipe for the scent. Make it smell the same. Yeah. I've told you where I get my scents and stuff. And they have one in there. I believe it's called Autumn Leaves. I'm thinking about buying a candle making kit from Amazon. I really like Woodwick. Yeah, that's what you'd said that you wanted to make them with the Woodwicks. They're just a little more expensive. But I mean, if you're not going to make a whole crap ton like I do, I mean, I make hundreds of them. I mean, it's nothing for me to make 30 at a time. And that's only because I run out of cabinet space, or I'll probably be making more. But I'm telling you, as I've said before, I mean, you can buy the little kits, but I think they only make like 2 candles. I'm not really sure. I don't remember because I looked at it all, and that's when I just decided I just bought the 50-pound bag of wax, and then I'd get my jars from the dollar store or Walmart. And I mean, unless I was going to make a real special candle for somebody, like a gift, then I would look in the stores for, they have all different glassware in Walmart. If you wanted to make a real fancy, pretty one, but you couldn't do that every time because some of those things, cost you $10 for the jar or for the vase or the thing you're going to put them in. Seriously, I was in a Dollar Tree when that happened one day. When the girl left, we all just busted out laughing. I said, please don't let that child reproduce. And see, a part of me would laugh my ass off like I just did. But then the other part would be going, that poor girl. Somebody needs to teach her something. And guess who I would think that should be? Me. It's like, honey, look what this says. Think about it. Oh my. I'm telling you. My thing is, I wouldn't even be going to the Dollar Tree for a pregnancy test to begin with, let alone ovulation. No. I mean, do they not teach, do mothers not teach their daughters this stuff anymore? Is that what's happening? Or do the mothers just not know? I mean, do they not teach anything in school? Um, I really like the anything scented with warm clothes spice. Yeah, and this time of year, oh my gosh, I'm a candle freak for sure this time of year. They have all them warm, you know, scents like the cinnamons and the apples and leaves and pumpkin spice and love it. Yeah, maple and vanilla bean. Shit, yeah. Those just, you know, I just love that scent. It's just, it's just warming, and calming and homely. It feels like home. Yeah, I just made a commercial. Oh, I feel like I'm right at home. Have you seen some of those pictures of some of the stuff that people walking? Yeah, that's what I was saying. On Fluffy Talks, he does a lot of Walmart videos. People will send snap pictures of people at Walmart, and you just would not believe it, especially in these bigger cities. Wow. Yeah. And I know that some people cannot help the fact that they're obese. And when I say obese, I'm talking about clocking in at 400 pounds, okay? 300 to 400 pounds. And they go into Walmart and they have a pair of shorts on. I kid you not, that are what I call half shorts. They only cover half of each butt cheek. I'm sorry, but that looks hideously gross when you do that. It's not the fact that I'm making fun or saying anything about people that are obese. What I'm saying is don't go to Walmart half naked because nobody wants to see it. I don't care if you're obese or not. Well, there's probably some guys that, would love to see it, but I think it's trashy and very distasteful. They're like, I use candles to help with my, yeah, anxiety. Shit, yeah. A lot of people don't know I do that. Well, I do. Are you over 300 pounds, Aiden? Seriously? See, when I see people that's honestly that large, my education kicks in. It's not. I don't look at them and go, "Oh, that's gross," or anything like that. I look at them and go, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna have a heart attack. I bet their blood pressure's sky high. They're gonna have a stroke." That's the kind of things I think about. It's just very unhealthy. Aiden, you eat, honey. You have an eating disorder. Oh, dang, sweetie. You just did not ever look that big on any of your videos. You guess not what, Lady Mama? You talking about the Walmart videos? Oh, you binge eat, so you don't do math. Food, drugs, you don't choose food, I guess. Oh, sweetie. I'll tell you, addiction, and people think that, it has to be food or drugs or, something that people think of addiction as, but there's other addictions. Well, if you're going to binge eat a whole damn bowl of salad or something, or fruit. I'm not going to preach at you. I just don't want nothing happening to you. You're my buddy, and I don't want you sick. I've never done math. I'm exaggerating a little. Yeah. Food is my drug of choice. Yeah. Well, it's like anything else we all enjoy. You just have to curb it. Moderation. Or eat a lot, but eat stuff that's really good for you or that burns really fast. You know, burns off quick. And a lot of times too, it could be, some people have a thyroid issue. Some people, for some reason, their metabolism is just pretty much stopped. And that happens a lot as we get older. That's why you see a lot of the older women like me with a gut, but it's usually situated in one spot. Like I look like I'm pregnant most of the time. I've lost a lot though since I've been out moving around all the time. I've lost 20 pounds since I've been here. But I was up to 160 pounds. But I'm 5'7". So I was about at least, I don't know, 25 pounds overweight. I used to be very skinny, but depression says grind your metabolism. Yeah. Yeah, I was real skinny my whole life. Literally. I mean, up until I was probably 30 years old, I only weighed about 110 pounds. pandemic didn't help either. No, not with everybody just staying in one spot. I mean, there's not much to do but eat. People couldn't get out and do things. My ex bought me this a workout video, and I really would have done it, but there just wasn't room in my living room to do it. I mean, I had no room to be jumping around and, doing aerobics. Oh. Oh, and I'll tell y'all another thing that aggravated me yesterday. For whatever reason, the company that I work for, the main office is actually up north. They have a lot of different facilities in different states. Well, they put our paychecks on a damn card, like one of them prepaid cards. And then they'll give you checks that you can write, and you have to write it for the full amount that your paycheck is. You have to call them, get one certain number to write on this check, and then you have to, when you take it to whoever's going to cash it for you, they have to call another and get an approval code to put on there. It's really a pain in the ass to get your money, and that's really pissing me off. What happened to me this week, and they're supposed to be doing it direct deposit into my checking account. But what happened this week, we got paid last Friday. Well, I go down there to my bank to have the money transferred from my card into my checking account, and all their ATMs are down. And the way that you have to do it, it has to be a cash advance. The bank actually gives you the money, and then they get the money from my company. Pain in the ass. But all the ATMs in my bank branch are down. So I couldn't get my check cashed that day or get any money put in my account. So I went today, which is now Tuesday. This was last Friday I tried. Now it's Tuesday. It was Tuesday. And I tried again today, and their damn ATMs are still not up. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here with no money. Just aggravates me to no end. I've got bills to pay. I've got things to do. I've got cat food to buy. Like, excuse me, I work my ass off for you, and for that money, you better make it to where I can get it. That girl's mother didn't explain things to her correctly. Evidently not. I mean, it's been a long time since I had to worry about any of that stuff, but I think the female body still is the same last check. And it's usually, if you're going to ovulate, it's a week, 5 days before, 5 days after your period. I'm having to get a second job just to maybe have a chance at having enough money to eat healthier. And that's sad, Aiden. I mean, it's true. And it's sad that, the foods that, when you want to eat healthy, it is more expensive. It really is. And like, fresh fruit is the best thing for you as far as fruit goes. But it's expensive as hell, and so a lot of people buy the canned stuff, which is good for you also, but everything that you eat in a can has salt in it, even the fruit, because salt is the preservative in the food that keeps it good in that can. That's why on these cans, people have to watch their sodium intake. On the can, it'll say low sodium. Having to get us, yeah. Well, I understand that. I really do. And honestly, that's why a lot of people grow their own stuff. I have an aunt that she just canned I don't know how much stuff out of her garden. I mean, she planted I don't know what all, corn and cabbage and blah blah blah. She's got a lot of stuff. I forget how many jars she said, she did of stuff. But yeah. And see, these are the things like you're talking about. See, here I go thinking witchy again. These are the things that we know that are either shortcomings in us or detrimental to our health. Um, we need to do shadow work on. Just like smoking. It's probably the only habit I have anymore and the worst habit you could have. Well, I won't say worst. They're all bad if they become detrimental to your health. But um, after all I've been through because of smoking, and I still smoke. Yeah. And if I really tried real hard, I could probably stop. I did for a while there, completely just quit cold turkey. But I never stopped wanting a cigarette. Never stopped wanting one. I've had a heart attack and everything because of smoking. Gonna have another one if I don't quit, and I know that. And still I smoke. So I completely understand why people know that what they're doing is bad for them. They just either can't or don't want to stop, or a little bit of both. But when it comes to things that really impede your life, this doesn't impede my life. This doesn't keep me from working. Well, it might long term, but not right now, and never has. Um, it's not that something so debilitating that I can't hold down a job or function as a mother or grandmother or wife, whatever. Um, when you drink all the time and you're drunk all the time, that affects a lot of things, your decision making, everything affects everyone around you. Um, can't work if you're drunk or if you're high on drugs. So to me, there's different levels of addiction and what you're addicted to. But I think in the long run, everybody has some little thing in their life, even if it's just a tiny little thing that they really think they can't do without. Some people are addicted to work. You know, there's people that will work themselves in the ground, and that's what they like to do, and that's what they do. Workaholics. And no, that doesn't hurt anybody else, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But um, our bodies as humans need rest, and the mind needs to rest as much as possible. I mean, your mind never stops going. I mean, even when you sleep, it's dreaming. You know, it's always thinking, but it can slow, just like your heart. It's always beating. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm having to make IOUs because I'm having to borrow money and stuff from Robert so I can get my money. I got my little list made up. I was going to get at Walmart today, and I'm pretty sure I can use my card, just like a debit card, but I haven't ever done that, and I really don't want to mess nothing up on it, so I just leave it alone. You know, I don't know. But, ow, guess I need to get off here, huh? I've been on here an hour and a half. I was gonna do a reading. Are you still here, Aiden? I don't know if he went back to work. He was on break, so I'm gonna do a reading right quick and see what it says. What do y'all think? Something fun instead of just listening to me talk. Aiden, I'm gonna do a reading for you right quick, and then I'm gonna get Lady Blind Wolf one. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. What we got here? You still here, Lady Blind Wolf? Shake these up. Okay, that's good. Go here where I can see. Okay, we got the Two of Wands. I can get it on there. Where are you heading? Oh, wow. Eight of Wands. You're definitely moving. There's movement. If I draw another wand, I'm going to just scream. I don't think I've ever done that. I get two of the same suit a lot, but no. Five of Cups. Well, yours looks pretty good here. Looks like you started out on some sort of journey top thing. It could be a goal. You're definitely got movement because now, then, this is where you should be right now. There's all kinds of things going on. Maybe this is what you were saying about getting a second job. Definitely movement. But whatever you're doing right now, then we have the Five of Cups. So it's going to pay off. I mean, it's not going to be anything huge. I mean, it might be to you, but, you got the Five of Cups. But your emotions, I mean, something's missing, you know. Oh, I don't know how to put it. What do I see here? Seems like to me that you've got all this going and you have all these plans and you think a lot. You um, think up ways. It could be to make more money. It could be to make your life happier or your health better. Um, but you always seem to just to. I'm not gonna. You always seem to get halfway there, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if something stops you. And this being the emotions, I think you start to give up on yourself. Um, you may be thinking it's just too hard. You get too tired, or you get really negative thoughts. Um, but you just got to keep going. You just got to keep pushing forward until you achieve what it is that you want and expect your life to be. In other words, it's awesome to sit around and think of things when we all daydream, but put them in motion and keep them in motion until the goal is achieved. Okay. Lady Blind Wolf, Lady Blind Wolf. What do we got for her? What do we got for her? Whoa. Eight of Cups. So to me, this tells me that you're pretty connected right now, or you have been. Um, you're pretty grounded as far as, um, and it could be because those people left too. Oh, you have a choice to make. Um, you've got pretty high emotions right now too and it could be because of the people downstairs. It could be because of what goes on with I just happen to know a few things that are going on with your life, and that's why I'm trying to relate this. Um, emotions are pretty high up right now, uh, but I mean it's okay. That's okay. Or they were there for a while. This is the past, so now I got the Two of Cups. See, you probably don't want to deal with that one. Um, this could be a friendship that's just starting. It could be you have your eye on someone. Do you? I'm sure I would have known about it by now if you did. That'd been first thing you told me. I don't know. Or working on one. Somebody's working on you. Um, I don't know. I don't know what that means right now. Let's see what the third one is. and the Four of Pentacles. So, I mean, and like I said, I know quite a bit about you, but your financial situation, you know, I mean, it could be better, but it could be worse. You know, we've got the Four of Pentacles. But you're making your stuff and you're happy. So, I mean, I don't know what's happened though from the Eight of Cups to the Two of Cups. I put this up here so in case he walks through here. That way you can't see him. But the Four of Pentacles is something's arising, something's going good or starting to. That's another reason I don't ever do my videos anymore. God. I'll try to come on here again as soon as I can, and when I have a night off or have, you know, something, if that ever happens again. But it was good talking to you. I will see y'all again soon, okay? Blessed be.